Hey guys, what's up? Welcome and welcome back to my channel. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. If you're a new subscriber, you guys, welcome. Thank you so much for the love you showed me in my previous video. I'm so thankful. Thank you guys for growing my numbers, and I know we can grow bigger and better. So don't forget to subscribe, share the link with your friends, your family, everybody. You can share, just share the link. Anyways, my name is Akelo. My channel is about beauty and motherhood. Though recently I started the motherhood series, so this is an episode 2. If you haven't watched the first video, I will link it in the description box where I talk about my birth story. But in today's video, I'm going to be talking about, like you've seen the title, being a mom is hard, and that's fact. It's hard being a mom. It takes a lot to be a mother, it takes sacrifice, patience. It drains you, and I'm going to be talking about those first 3 months after giving birth, how it was, because I'm a first-time mom. My daughter is 7 months old now. So like those first 3 months, the first thing, when they tell you about sleepless nights, I promise you, I had a lot of sleepless nights. I'm not even going to lie. The last time I had a full night's sleep must have been like way before I gave birth. So the sleepless nights in that, like the first two, especially the first 2 months, I remember she would sleep all day, and then she'd actually sleep all day. Then at 10 she would sleep up to about midnight 1. And that's when it would start. She would cry. I remember I tried to feed her. It wouldn't work. Would walk around the house. I would try everything. Honestly, I felt so frustrated. Like, I felt like, okay, what was I doing wrong? Like, it was hard. Only to find out that most babies go through that. And then they told me it was something called colic. Is it something about their tummy, where their tummy hurts? That's why she would cry. And then I was like, so how do I deal with this colic? They recommended a lot of stuff. Like, they told me to feed her tomato juice. So I'd get a tomato, squeeze the tomato, feed her the juice. We tried that. It worked a bit, but that was so temporary. And they told us to buy grape water. Like, what's grape water? I had to go to the pharmacy. Get to the pharmacy, there are different kinds of grape water. We got the grape water. So the grape water worked for some days it would work, other days it wouldn't work. And so they're like, so neighbors, because she would cry, and the neighbors are like, you know what? Let's make her some local medicine. Let's make her some local herbs and whatnot. I was so skeptical, to be honest. I'm not really a local herbs person. I was so skeptical. But then at that point, I'm like, you know what? I'd had people saying the local herbs would work. So I was like, cool, let's do this. So they made her some herbs. I remember it was so bitter. She took, and it kind of worked. And then I had a friend come and recommend. She's like, you know what, every time you bathe her, make sure you massage her, massage the tummy, massage the back. Thing is that whenever you'd massage her, she would cry, she would stretch, and then you'd massage the tummy, and then there's a lot of poo coming up. But I promise you, that worked for me. Like, she would sleep. So like after 2 months, the crying came to an end. I was like, yay me. I was so happy. I was like, wow. Now, breastfeeding. I told you guys in the previous video, I took some time to get the breast milk, and then I said I didn't know how to hold the baby. So learning how to position her to breastfeed, it was really hard. Breastfeeding is not easy. When you're starting out, it's not easy, because you have to support the baby's neck. You have to be careful the way you hold the baby. So breastfeeding at first was a hassle, and then all of a sudden I had a lot of milk. Would literally leak through my clothes. I had to get breast pads, but then I learned how to do that. It was a hassle. Up to now, actually, my baby is still breastfeeding, because at the hospital they're like, breastfeed exclusively for the first 6 months. If you're going back to work, first 3 months, breastfeed. I'm not saying do that. Some people breastfeed for a month. Wow. others 2 years, others 1 year. So it's all up to you, yeah. And then after breastfeeding, I got used to that. Now remember, I'm a stay-at-home mom. I didn't have a house help. I don't have a house help to this day, so it's just me, the baby, and the baby's father as my partner. So juggling work, doing housework, and I have to wash the baby's clothes. You have to cook. You have to make sure the house is clean. And then we have to take care of the baby. And like the first 3 months, babies are like so delicate. Remember, they don't sit. All they do is sleep, wake up. They can't, so basically, if they're not sleeping, put them to lie down, you're carrying them, So it drains, It's so exhausting. By the time I go to bed, like I'm really, really, really tired. And I'm not even going to lie about that. And then dealing with the fact that my baby is one of those babies that after like the 2 months, I realized she didn't like sleeping during the day. So the whole time, she'll sleep for like 30 minutes. Then she'll be up, sometimes even 10 minutes, like I realized babies have different sleeping hours, like someone will tell you, oh, my baby sleeps all day, they sleep all day, and for me, mine doesn't. So when it gets to that, don't get scared, like, oh, something is wrong with my baby, maybe something is wrong. No, that is like totally normal. You don't have to freak out if you're going through that. And then if you have friends and family around, like, that support is important. Because I remember, like, for me, my best friend came around, then I'd have my friends, of course, come around. Just because I say I'm a stay-at-home mom and I don't have a house help, I'm not going to discredit the people who come around and help me. My brother does that, my baby's father does that. So if you can get people to help you, have friends, you have family, and that can help you out. If you can get a house help, do that. Excuse me. If you can get a house help, do that. It's okay. Just because I'm a stay-at-home mom and have no house help, I'm not trying to say you shouldn't get a house help. Please get a house help. It will help you a lot. And then being first-time mom, I had to deal with a lot of people telling me, oh, you do this, you do that, you do that, you do that, you do, like all that unsolicited advice I didn't ask for. Sometimes someone find you doing this, and like some people will give you advice from a good place, and then there are those people who just come give you advice trying to show you that you're really failing at that, being a mom. That is expected. Because me, I remember and be like, oh, you know what, you should do this, and some things worked, other things didn't work. Because I remember this one incident, like, oh, babies feel cold a lot, so you have to bundle your baby up. And in my case, my baby sweats a lot, so I remember I put her in a bodysuit, put her in mittens, socks, overalls, and those baby hats they put on. And I promise, she woke up in the middle of the night and she was literally sweating so hard. She was crying, like she was feeling so hot. I remember taking them off and she actually slept peacefully. So, like, all you have to do is study your baby. Babies are different. Yeah, they have similarities. I mean, they cry, they poo, they do that. That is common in babies, but babies are different. Stop trying to compare your baby to someone else's baby. You're going to end up going nuts. You're going to end up stressing yourself over something like that. Babies are different. Like, that's just it. Don't stress yourself. Don't go stressing out because of something like that. Trying to compare your baby's growth to your friend's baby's growth. You are going to end up stressing yourself about it. And then came immunization. I remember the 6 weeks, 14 weeks. I don't remember the other one. I remember that 6 weeks, that's the immunization. They give an injection, one on the left and one on the right thigh. I remember I knew what happens because I remember staying with someone and their baby cried. So I remember when I was going for that immunization, they told me, buy painkillers, buy ice, the baby's going to heat up, the baby's going to do it. So I remember going, and I remember when they injected her, oh my God, she cried. Like, she cried so hard. But we left the hospital, we go back home, she cried a bit, fed her, she slept. You know, she woke up, she's not really wailing like they told me. Of course, she was crying like on a low tone, like not so loud. But I remember I had to sit in one position. I carry her, and I'm in one position. So I sit in that one position, make sure I don't turn, because the moment you shake a bit, she would start crying. So that immunization hassle, it's serious, because I know because they go through the 3 stages of that immunization. Of the thighs thing, there's the one at 6 weeks, at 14 weeks, the other, and I don't remember. So just know it's crazy, it's hard, it's really hard. By the way, I am not even going to lie to you, that immunization thing is so hard. Then one thing I've also realized on my mom's journey is that babies don't really need excessive things. You don't need to go crazy when you're buying stuff for babies. You know, I realized it because they grow, especially like in those first 3 months, they grow literally, like babies grow every 3 to 5 business days, honestly. Like, they grow so fast, provided they're not falling sick, provided they're not sickly. I promise you, they grow super fast. Because I remember when I was buying stuff, I bought some really tiny clothes, and the lady was like, no, you know what, those are so small, you need to size up. So I bought some big stuff. Now when I got there, when I now had my baby, is when I realized, because like I saw she was outgrowing stuff, you know. So yeah, when you're buying for babies, don't go nuts, don't go crazy when you're buying for a baby, you know. So basically those are like my first 3 months. It was crazy, it was stressful, like so stressful. I had points where I felt like I was failing. I was like, maybe I'm not good enough, maybe I'm not good enough to be a mom, maybe I'm not worthy of it. Like, the points where I felt like, okay, I really suck at this, you know. At some point I felt like I was slipping into a form of postpartum depression, but nah, I managed to bounce back. So yeah, basically being a mom is hard. It's hard, you know. Like, you don't get rest, you don't get to chill, you barely have that time, especially now, like when you're full-time mom, when you're always there, always hands-on, you don't have the luxury of relaxing. Anyway guys, that's it for today. Don't forget to like, comment, guys, comment on the topics you'd want to know about when it comes to parenting. Maybe parenting on a budget. If you don't have a lot of money, I can work on a video where I can advise you on how to go about it. You know, you don't have to spend so much. And then I also do beauty videos, I also do makeup videos. Yeah, so if you're interested in any tutorials, any makeup looks you'd want me to do, let me know in the comment section below. Like, once again, follow me on my social media, Instagram, Twitter. I'll link them down below, but it's Melanie Nakelo. And yeah, subscribe guys, let's go, like, comment. Anyway, that's it for today. I'll catch you guys next time.